to YouTube. Today we're gonna be reacting to BTS. My BTS popular opinions.
Some unpopular, some unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
First of all, these are not our opinions. Don't get mad if something in there is crazy or bad. Just so you know. And the other thing is there's gonna be a whole content coming up, so make sure to goddamn like and subscribe. Let's go, bro. It
Got
says turn on the.
It's on.
Oh, it's on.
Me,
You know what?
a lot of people love watching unpopular opinions content.
Just
me. I see these videos on YouTube.
This is gonna be you're great.
So I've decided to make my own unpopular opinions video, BTS edition.
Drop down in the comments what is your unpopular K-pop opinion. Let's see what it is. Let's bring some heat to the comment section.
However,
Crazy.
this may be disappointing to some because I genuinely don't hate BTS or any of their work. They are my favorite group, my favorite artists, and I will not throw them under the bus.
Don't throw them
and for
under the
many,
bus.
the most entertaining part of these kind of videos is the controversial part.
Controversial.
It's not just about opinions that are not so popular. It's about the drama, what you hate, and what is going to infuriate people. So in that sense, this video is going to be boring. On the other hand,
Boring?
there are
Will
always
make it
people
entertaining.
who take other people's personal preferences as an insult to the artist. But we cannot all have the exact same opinions.
That's
Ranking
true.
songs or performances based on my personal preferences shouldn't be controversial.
Totally.
Yes, I do think some performances are better than others. I do have genres that I like more than other genres. And if you don't like hearing that your favorite song is not my favorite, then this video is not for you. With that said, these are 10
Wow.
popular opinions I have about BTS. Number 10. BTS did invent the ending fairy trend.
I have no idea what that is. Bro,
In fairy.
that Jin, right?
Yeah.
Jin is funny, bro.
I've said
Jin.
it before and I stand by what I've said. The ending fairy or that one last shot in a K-pop performance was not created by BTS, but nobody cared about it. And before someone tells me to know my K-pop history, I know that other idols had semi-viral moments with their ending fairies. But those moments
And in fear is like that ending shot, right?
It's
What
like they
moment?
ended like
Yeah, the,
not just leave.
the look. That is the look, bro. They
I
just-
always thought that everybody does it, but looks like apparently
Yeah, I also
BTS
think
was the
everybody
first.
did it. Like your performance and you just give that sensual look to the camera.
create
Yeah, I think it would be weird as hell
trend.
if you don't
Yeah.
end it like.
Performance did not create a clear before and
Like
after.
what else you gonna do? Like end the performance and start running?
It just disappear.
Yeah.
K-pop performances. After those idols had their supposed viral moments, K-pop shows continued prioritizing the full group shots instead of the one member shot. So
Yeah.
the trend did not start with them. However,
This can be
for the ones who get
wallpaper.
upset with the phrase BTS paved the way, you can celebrate this one. Those idols paved the way for the trend of ending fairies. Thanks to them, some K-pop TV shows started shooting ending fairies, at least from time to time. Thanks to them, BTS had the chance to do an ending fairy in certain occasions, and eventually make fun of it. But the trend has really no
Bro, they're cool.
actual thing because BTS pointed it out and made fun of it. Now the ending fairies are a requirement in K-pop shows. Now ending fairies last multiple seconds, are applied to multiple members, and sometimes there are animations that make it obvious that the group is doing an ending fairy. Now every K-pop group does it, and
Bro,
every
who's
K-pop
that girl,
group
bro?
is doing an ending fairy. Now every K-pop group does it in every K-pop show. Again, this may just be my personal perception, but that's why I consider it.
Guys, this is her personal opinion.
The response to Jungkook's drummer shows a sad and even hypocritical side about the fandom.
What they say about the drama?
Some context for the ones who have no idea what I'm talking about. Jungkook performed at the Global
Yeah,
Festival
yeah, that guy.
in 2023, and the band that performed with him had a drummer who got many people's attention. The drummer took his shirt off and played very intensely, even in
That's
common
true,
songs
yeah.
like Euphoria. So artists part of
Drummer
the
going
audience
crazy.
and online made so many jokes. People said that it was cringe that he took his shirt off, that he didn't need to do all that for the common songs, or that they needed a trigger warning before watching him.
Bro, like
That's
this one kind of matters because drummers, bro, they're like somebody beside the singer. They're
Yeah.
They're the ones that keep the
Yeah.
song going, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're doing like
And I think
a lot of movements per
Yeah.
second, and you're gonna get hot, and you're always tracking the singer.
I think being a drummer is always intense. Like I never saw a drummer that's like calm.
Like
I think all of them have been like
what the
intense and
drummer's
going
supposed
crazy.
to do, bro, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gonna
basically
do his
gonna
own
do
thing.
that. Do you know the Miles Teller movie, the one where he goes the drumming school stuff movie? And that, if you haven't seen that, go check that one.
Yeah.
That shows really what a drummer is made out of, bro. The bro fucking bleeds, bro.
Well, this is valid.
And my response to this is
And the thing is, he probably got picked by Jungkook, bro,
Yeah.
because that's his throat.
and my response
What is the drama doing?
to this
Yeah, bro.
is well, BTS didn't have to recreate the late late show in South Korea. They didn't have to perform in an airplane or perform full actual good songs for a car and a chicken commercial. These can be seen as unnecessary or over the top. But that's what passionate, dedicated artists do.
Yeah.
I know most people are joking, and these were not intended to be harmful comments. And I have no idea who this man is. My opinion is not necessarily about him. My point has to do more with the response to raw, passionate talent that can be perceived as weird for some. When I watched his performance with Jungkook, I was not surprised or taken aback. I just thought, this is a cool band. I don't think the band was a distraction or that they took away from Jungkook's performance.
Yeah.
What did surprise me were the TikTok after TikTok making fun of this drummer. I was recently reminded of this situation because I saw this drummer again at another festival and I recognized him as Jungkook's drummer. So I confirmed my opinion that going all out is not a bad thing. BTS does it all the time. And I hope that every army knows that just because the BTS members are fit and pretty, that they're the only ones who can go crazy with their performances.
Yeah.
Number 8.
That's what I was
Permission
thinking
is
too,
one of
one
the
of
most iconic looks.
Easy beat. Bro, I love this song. Bro, this is like was like some American stuff song.
People hate the BTS looks, but I don't think it's anyone's favorite. So my opinion is that this look is one of their most iconic ones. I like the highlighter hair, and
Oh,
I
I'm still
like
crazy.
the more cowboy look. It's fun, it's new, and it looks good.
Texas
I think
vibe.
that it perfectly represents how fun this song is. Especially at the time, I missed the very unique looks. Before BTV, there was Dynamite, B, Butter, and My Universe. And there were
I
some
haven't heard
members
that
with
one.
pink or yellow hair here and there. But at this point during the pandemic, I missed the very experimental looks with very strong colors that are not just pastel colors. So I received the looks of Permission to Dance with Open Arms, and I always recall this era as one of their most iconic looks. Number 7. I prefer the full album releases rather
Trilogy?
than trilogies.
Bro, the nostalgia. It's not that long, but these songs really still have.
I've had before becoming army. I've always been used to listening to full studio albums with approximately 12 to 20 songs. This means that the artist will take a minimum of 2 years between each album. This can be a sacrifice in the K-pop industry, but I think the result is always worth it. Full studio albums usually have more thought put into them. Conceptually, I believe they make more sense than dividing the story in 2 or 3 pieces because the general public doesn't listen to music like that. This also makes it easier for new audiences to not get tired of the same 5 songs and move on. With full studio albums, the audience has time to process the project and they have a higher chance of liking at least a couple of songs. Also, full studio albums just tend to do better with music critics, which doesn't always matter, but it's definitely a plus. I understand why trilogies or multi-part
Bro,
albums
music critics. Everybody nowadays is a music critic, bro. Each individual.
industry. Because of oversaturation, there are so many groups releasing singles non-stop. So to stay relevant, the ones who can release 2 or 3 EPs in 1 year. If you don't, the audience will forget about you and move on to the next group. But I believe that artistically, the most complete and meaningful projects, including the ones of BTS, are the full studio albums. And at this point, it's undeniable that BTS has the privilege to release music exclusively like this. I know that armies may
Bro, but how they supposed to do a full album if the members are in the army, bro? Like, they cannot just leave the fucking studio right now.
mean-
So
Single
yeah, like I don't know what to say about it.
do very well, but I'm thinking bigger, and this is album nominations, not just song or music video nominations. However, whatever they decide to do in 2025 and beyond, it's their decision, and I will support it no matter what.
Oh,
Number
okay, it says
six,
after
it's
2025.
However, whatever they decide to do in 2025 and beyond, it's their decision, and I will
Yeah.
support it no matter what. Number 6, Dynamite was the right choice for the soundtrack of Bridgerton. Recently, the Netflix
Dynamite.
show Bridgerton used an orchestral version of Dynamite in one of their
Bro,
episodes.
that is
And
lit.
my
That was
response
done.
was, why did they use Dynamite when Black Swan
Bro, they should be thankful they use it, bro. People always complain, I swear to God.
This comment is in every Dynamite Bridgerton TikTok.
Yeah,
This is because we all know that Black Swan has a beautiful
Wow,
orchestral
that's beautiful.
instrumental.
What the fuck is this performance,
This
bro?
is one of the best
And I know
performances.
Bro, I ain't
it's
seen this stuff.
joking, but I've
Me
seen
too.
others that are genuinely mad at this
Look at this,
decision.
it's tough.
Armies are just joking, but I've seen others that are genuinely mad at this.
But I'm not gonna lie though, I don't know what they was thinking when they chose to do a Dynamite version of that instead of going with Black Swan.
But still, it's good that they still use it.
Yeah, but I really love Black Swan. When I heard it for the first time, I was
Bro, I
like,
haven't
wow.
heard this stuff.
It's
Bridgerton
too much
Golden era of BTS.
orchestral stuff.
The moment I saw the reactions, BTS went to the army, bro.
Yeah.
I'm done, I'm lucky, bro, yeah.
transforms them
So did you.
instrumental
What you mean, yeah?
show.
Orchestral stuff. It's powerful as hell.
They use modern songs, bro. This is so lit.
They purposefully use songs that the general public will definitely recognize. And we all know that Dynamite is way more popular than Black Swan.
Yeah.
I agree that Black Swan would fit way better, but Dynamite is more recognizable by non-fans. So Dynamite is
That like
choice.
They
Dynamite.
try to go wild,
I'm
bro.
glad Megan Thee Stallion was not able to perform with BTS.
That sounds like
Fairies.
some hate right there.
Please don't twist my words. I'm not glad Megan had an unexpected situation. I was actually happy that she
Bro,
didn't
I feel bad for the editor of this video because she's so scared that she's gonna get some hate or something. She's reasoning every word she's saying,
Yeah.
bro. I love it.
The way she's explaining, bro, it's
Yeah, it's
it's
great.
amazing.
And she's literally every detail, like
Yeah.
she's saying what's
trying
meaning.
to perform with BTS in another occasion. It was just that after a long time with no BTS live performances, I wanted this moment for them only. And when it was announced that they will perform alone, I felt happy. They were already performing a joint stage with Coldplay that day. So
Bro,
BTS
this was crazy. BTS and Coldplay. This was like
Yeah.
great.
alone
Chris
alone.
Martin.
But I believe they deserved a solo stage, and I'm thankful that this performance was the one watched by the general public. I actually think that when BTS eventually performed with Megan was way more personal and exciting because it was at a BTS concert and it was a surprise. So I'm glad we had both the BTS solo stage at the AMAs and the collab stage at the BTS concert. Number 4. I don't always like when BTS has backup dancers.
Bro, this some BS.
Let me specify. I don't mind when BTS has a lot of backup dancers and these dancers are far away in the back doing other dance steps, like in On and Dionysus. Even better, I love when backup dancers are there to complement a choreography, like in Run BTS and this one part in Not Today. And I know that bringing a lot of backup dancers, especially in the last chorus, makes the performance have a bigger ending. This is so effective that BTS made it a trend in K-pop. However, being completely honest, I always prefer when BTS performs alone, just the 7 of them. I understand that in award shows, whether in South Korea or in America, this is almost a requirement to have a big performance. But if I had to choose between idol with backup dancers and no backup dancers, I prefer no backup dancers. If I had to choose between butter with backup dancers and no backup dancers, I prefer no backup dancers. The same thing with mic drop. Yes, mic drop of the 2017 Mamas is legendary and I love this performance, but I still prefer
I don't
mic
know
drop
what to say
at
about this.
SNL with no backup dancers.
I mean, it comes
Another
down to
thing,
your
I
preference, so
don't
it's
care
not
On
really
the stage.
Photocards.
Bro, why she included this one?
photo cards.
I'm happy for every army who likes collecting their photo cards. I really am because I
Oh.
also like having collections.
If y'all have one of these, please send it on our Instagram. Like of FNF, Diamond Zone,
Yeah,
Dion.
yeah.
We want to see if y'all have a collection of these.
I knew this is a thing.
I don't think I ever will. Things can change in the future, but for now, I'm really not interested at all. Actually, I prefer the postcards. These pictures usually have better lighting and composition because they are not selfies. And I know that photo cards are supposed to feel more personal, but I don't know, it's just not my favorite thing in an album. Don't get me wrong, I still like guessing which member I got, and I keep a photo card on my wall. But again, it's the collection and trading part, the thing I'm not interested in. Number
Bro,
two,
but that's the
I
thing
cannot
that
take the
training,
debut
bro, really connects fans, I feel
part,
like.
the thing I'm not interested in. Number two, I cannot take the debut performance of Dynamite seriously. It's just so unintentionally funny. Why is this an unpopular opinion or a hot take? Because BTS didn't want this performance to be funny. They actually thought that it was going to come out as very cool because the concept sounds
Bro, but cool is funny
The
sometimes.
next Seoul and New York City, where the VMAs take place. I talked about this performance in one of the first videos I ever made about Dynamite live performances, and I ranked it kind of low despite the amount of people who watched and liked this performance. In the behind the scenes video, they explained that they had another venue prepared. This was their first live performance of Dynamite, so it was important. But there was something that made them perform in front of a green screen, and I just cannot with the ones who were in charge of the graphics. I'm probably alone in this one
Bro,
because
for real, that looks like some 1D shit.
I don't see a single comment about it, but the green screen is so obvious and not in a good way. Not like in the music video where
Bro, I thought she was talking about the dance,
bro.
bro.
Flowing, like in a bad video game, but you can see where the green screen
I
is.
swear, that looks like a 1D video game for sure, bro. Some Batman video game right there on Steam.
Some ins and some outs that distracted me. Also, why would they dance in front of a body of water? It's not a big of a deal though. They performed perfectly, they looked amazing, their vocals were on point, the choreography was on point. I just think that if they performed in front of this screen only, I wouldn't even notice. It's just the green screen and the animations that make
Some of them are
it
good
feel.
though.
Number one, I don't like the Am I Wrong choreography. I'm only talking about the choreography because I love the song and I think it deserves to be a promoted B-side. However, I feel like the choreography doesn't make any sense. I'm not a choreographer, I'm not a dancer, and I don't know much about dance. But every time I watch the Am I Wrong live performances, I see a style of choreography that K-pop groups with more than 8 members tend to do. And that is just not my cup of tea. What I mean is that there's one member singing, a couple of members behind the singer doing a very small dance step, and the rest is just standing there, creating some kind of formation. There's also a lot of walking around and non-dance steps, and I just don't like this vibe in
Bro,
general.
all of them cannot be top star.
Only BTS choreography that is like this. And don't get me wrong, I like the simple choreographies in which they just have fun. But those choreographies look like they flow, they make sense. There are still some fun moments in the Am I Wrong performances, but in general, this choreography is probably my least favorite one. So that's it, I have more unpopular opinions, but I want to read yours and maybe make a video responding to your unpopular opinions.
Bro, what the video said is her opinions. Some of them I agree, some of them I don't.
Yeah.
This is how it is. But the one with the with the dance, the last one and the one like all of them like cannot be like top star rated. And I think
Yeah.
it shouldn't be blue right there. The green screen one was kinda it kinda made me laugh too. That looked like I thought she was talking about the video game, and the one about the albums like is there star bro, like my opinion, I prefer singles before
Yeah.
albums, but make sure to drop down in your comments what y'all mean.
I would say BTS do really a lot of live performances. So if they just do one, not really perfect, or like 2, 3 is really cool
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
let's say Dynamite, I think they've done a lot of live performance of Dynamite. So if just one goes a little like this, it's all cool. And for the choreographies, I would say I don't really pay attention a lot. I think it depends on the people too.
But
Unless it really caught my eye, unless it's some really crazy choreography, then that's where I say, wow, this is great.
yeah, a lot of choreography there
Yeah.
was simple. I agree with the choreography's ones.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's
but
just sad.
the fact that they used the Dynamite in the movie is so cool. The orchestra.
Yeah, that was great.
I want to see that bit so much using modern song. But these were Boris City Magazine's popular opinions. Make sure to drop down your favorite K-pop and popular opinions and see you all on the next one.